Okay, so true story. Last month, I was rushing to catch a train, and I had my backpack with my laptop, my notebook, and honestly, my favorite pen inside it.
Oh no, I already have a bad feeling about this.
You should. I got on the train, I sat down, I even put my headphones on, and then, right before my stop, I stood up, and my backpack was not on the seat next to me.
Wait, what? Where was it?
That is the question, Rose. I checked under the seat, I checked the floor, I checked my own hands, like maybe I was holding it and just forgot.
We have all done that, patting yourself down like your bag is going to magically appear.
Exactly. And then it hit me. I had put it in the overhead shelf when I got on, and I completely forgot.
Oh, thank goodness. So you found it?
I did, but not before about 90 seconds of pure panic, where my brain was already planning how I would live without my laptop forever.
Yes, that dramatic feeling. Your whole life flashes in front of you over a backpack.
Honestly, it really does. And it made me think about how often this happens to people. Losing something, even for a few seconds, is such a universal human experience.
It really is, and it is stressful in any language. But explaining it in English when you are still learning, that adds a whole new layer of stress.
That is such a good point, because in that moment, you don't just need calm, you need the right words, fast.
Right, like how do you explain to a stranger that you lost your phone? Or ask someone if they have seen your keys?
Which is exactly why today's topic is going to be so useful for so many people listening right now.
I love this one. It is so real and so relatable.
It really is. Let's get into it.
All right, so if you are just joining us, welcome to Living English Podcast, the show where we help you speak English naturally through real conversations, real stories, and a whole lot of honesty.
I am Jack.
And I am Rose. And today we are talking about something that happens to literally everyone at some point, losing something and trying to find it again.
Today's topic is Lost and Found English, real conversation. Because whether it is your phone, your wallet, your keys, or even your backpack on a train, this situation comes up more than people think.
And when it happens, you need specific English, calm English, clear English.
Exactly. By the end of this episode, you will be able to describe something you lost, ask someone if they have seen it, talk to a lost and found office with confidence, and comfort a friend who lost something too.
That is such a practical set of skills. This is not textbook English, this is real life English.
It really is. And if this is your first time with us, welcome. We would love for you to join our little community here. Just tap that subscribe button so you don't miss the next real conversation we bring you.
It genuinely helps more learners find these episodes. And honestly, it just makes our day too.
It does. Okay, Rose, before we jump into the role play, let's talk about why this situation feels so stressful for so many learners.
Yes, let's do that.
So here's the thing. Losing something is already stressful in your own language. Your heart races, your mind goes blank, you start checking the same pocket 5 times.
Guilty, so guilty of that.
Right? But now imagine that same panic, except you also need to speak a second language while it is happening. That is a lot for your brain to handle at once.
That makes so much sense. When we are stressed, it is harder to think clearly, even in our first language.
Exactly. So, if you've ever frozen up trying to explain something you lost, please know that is completely normal. It is not about your English level.
It is about the situation itself being hard for anyone.
Right. And the good news is, this kind of English uses a small set of phrases that repeat again and again. Once you know them, the situation becomes so much easier.
So it's not about learning a huge amount of vocabulary, it's about learning the right vocabulary.
Exactly that. Things like describing your item, asking politely if someone has seen it, and understanding what people say back to you.
And also, culturally, this is interesting too, right? Because in a lot of English-speaking countries, there is a very specific system for this.
Oh, definitely. In places like the United Kingdom, the United States, Canada, or Australia, most public places, trains, buses, restaurants, schools, they all have something called a lost and found office. Some places call it lost property, especially in the United Kingdom.
So it's not just about finding your item by luck. There's an actual process.
Exactly. And knowing that process and the English that goes with it can save you so much stress.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's actually live through this together in a role play.
Let's do it. Okay, so here is the scene. Rose, you are going to play a staff member at a train station lost property office.
I love this. I am already imagining my little office and my clipboard.
Perfect. Keep that energy. And I am going to play myself, a passenger who thinks he left his backpack on a train 2 days ago.
Okay, wait, this is basically your real story, but worse, because this time you do not find it right away.
Exactly. Let's imagine the panic actually continued for a bit. Ready?
Ready. Let's go.
Hi, excuse me, I think I left my backpack on a train 2 days ago, and I'm hoping it might be here.
Okay, no problem. Let's see what we can do. Can you describe the backpack for me?
Yes, it is a dark gray backpack, medium size, with a small red zipper pocket on the front.
Okay, gray with a red zipper pocket. And do you remember which train you were on?
I think it was the 7:15 train from the city center, but honestly, I am not 100% sure.
That is okay. A lot of people are not sure of the exact time. Do you remember which seat you were sitting in?
I was near the window, but I could have sworn I put the backpack on the shelf above my seat, and now it's just gone.
Okay, let me check our system here. Sometimes it takes a day or two for items to be handed in by the cleaning staff.
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't even think about that.
Give me one moment. Let me look through what came in yesterday and today.
Okay, so here is the scene. Rose, you are going to play a staff member at a train station lost property office.
I love this. I am already imagining my little office and my clipboard.
Perfect. Keep that energy. And I am going to play myself, a passenger who thinks he left his backpack on a train 2 days ago.
Okay, wait, this is basically your real story, but worse, because this time you do not find it right away.
Exactly. Let's imagine the panic actually continued for a bit. Ready?
Ready. Let's go.
Hi, excuse me, I think I left my backpack on a train 2 days ago, and I'm hoping it might be here.
Okay, no problem. Let's see what we can do. Can you describe the backpack for me?
Yes, it is a dark gray backpack, medium size, with a small red zipper pocket on the front.
Okay, gray with a red zipper pocket. And do you remember which train you were on?
I think it was the 7:15 train from the city center, but honestly, I am not 100% sure.
That is okay. A lot of people are not sure of the exact time. Do you remember which seat you were sitting in?
I was near the window, but I could have sworn I put the backpack on the shelf above my seat, and now it's just gone.
Okay, let me check our system here. Sometimes it takes a day or two for items to be handed in by the cleaning staff.
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't even think about that.
Give me one moment. Let me look through what came in yesterday and today.
All right, learning time. Let's go through the key words and phrases from that role play one at a time.
I am ready. Let's start with the obvious one. Lost and found.
Perfect place to start. Lost and found is a noun phrase. It means a place, usually in a public building, where people bring items that other people have lost.
So if you lose your umbrella at the library, you might go ask if it is in the lost and found.
Exactly. And here's a fun cultural note. In British English, people often say lost property instead of lost and found. Both mean the same place.
Good to know. Okay, say it with me, everyone. Lost and found.
Lost and found. Great. Let's move to the next one. I could have sworn.
Oh, I love this phrase. It is so expressive.
It really is. I could have sworn means you were very sure about something, but it turned out to be wrong.
So it is like saying, I was 100% certain, but I guess I was mistaken.
Exactly. Think of it like your memory putting its hand up and swearing an oath in court, and then later admitting it lied.
That is such a good picture for it.
For example, I could have sworn I left my keys on the table, but they weren't there.
Say it with me, everyone. I could have sworn.
I could have sworn. Perfect. Now let's talk about turn up.
This one confused me the first time I heard it, because turn up can also mean to arrive somewhere.
That is such a good point. It does have two meanings. But in this context, turn up means an item is found, often unexpectedly, after some time.
So if I say, do not worry, your phone will turn up. I mean, it will probably be found eventually.
Exactly right. Imagine your lost item is playing hide and seek, and eventually it just turns up, like it was waiting to surprise you.
I like that image. The sneaky lost item.
Say it with me, everyone. Turn up.
Turn up. Okay, next one. Keep an eye out for.
This is such a useful phrase. Keep an eye out for something means to watch for it carefully, to pay attention in case you see it.
So if I lost my sunglasses at a park, I could ask a friend, can you keep an eye out for my sunglasses?
Exactly. Picture it literally. One of your eyes going out for a little walk, searching around, while the rest of you keeps doing other things.
That is a funny picture, but it works so well.
Say it with me, everyone. Keep an eye out for.
Keep an eye out for. Perfect. Now, hand it in.
Right. This is what happens on the other side of the situation. Hand something in means to give a found item to a person in charge, like staff at a lost and found office.
So if I find a wallet on the street, I might hand it in at a nearby store or a police station.
Exactly. That is being a good citizen. Say it with me, everyone. Hand it in.
Hand it in. Okay, we have a few more. Let's keep going.
Next up, no luck. This is a short, simple phrase, but people use it constantly.
I actually use this one a lot already, but let's define it clearly for everyone listening.
Of course. No luck means you tried something, but it did not work, or you were unsuccessful.
So if I say, I checked the lost and found, but no luck, it means I did not find my item there.
Exactly right. Say it with me, everyone. No luck.
No luck. Okay, next it's a long shot.
This one is great. A long shot means something is unlikely to succeed, but it might still be worth trying.
So if I say, it is a long shot, but let's check the lost property office anyway. I mean, I do not expect it to work, but let's try.
Exactly. Think of it like shooting an arrow at a target very far away. You might miss, but hey, it's worth trying.
I love that picture, the faraway target.
Say it with me, everyone. It's a long shot.
It's a long shot. Okay, next, you're a lifesaver, which you already used in the roleplay.
Right. This phrase means someone really helped you in a difficult moment. You use it to show real warm appreciation.
So if a friend finds your lost phone, you might say, oh my goodness, you are a lifesaver.
Exactly. It is warm, it is genuine, and honestly, people love hearing it.
Say it with me, everyone. You're a lifesaver.
You're a lifesaver. Perfect. One more to go. Last one, fingers crossed. This phrase means hoping something good will happen, even though you cannot control it.
Oh, I love this expression. And it even comes with an action. People literally cross two fingers together for good luck.
Exactly. It comes from an old superstition, crossing your fingers to protect a wish and hope it comes true.
So if I say, fingers crossed they find my umbrella, it means I really hope they do, even though I am not sure.
Exactly right. Say it with me, everyone. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Okay, that is 9 phrases. And honestly, every single one of them felt useful and natural.
They really are. And the beautiful thing is, you'll hear these again and again once you start noticing them, in movies, in real conversations, everywhere.
Let's do a quick recap of all 9 before we move into the next part.
Great idea. We had lost and found, I could have sworn, turn up, keep an eye out for, hand it in, no luck, it's a long shot, you're a lifesaver, and fingers crossed.
9 strong, useful phrases, and every single one came straight from a real, natural conversation.
Exactly. This is not memorization for a test. This is language you will actually use.
Okay, now let's put it into practice with a shorter second role play.
I love this part. Let's do it.
Okay, so for this one, Rose, you lost something, and I am going to help you look for it and maybe call somewhere on your behalf.
Perfect. And this time, let's imagine I lost my sunglasses at a small restaurant yesterday.
Great, very relatable. Okay, let's begin. Rose, what happened?
Honestly, I could have sworn I put them in my bag after lunch, but when I got home, they were gone.
Oh no, that is annoying. Do you remember exactly where you were sitting?
Yes, we were at a small table near the window at that restaurant on Maple Street.
Okay, why don't I call them for you and see if anyone handed them in?
Would you really? That would be amazing.
Of course, that is what friends are for. Okay, let me call now. Hi there, I am calling because my friend thinks she may have left a pair of sunglasses at your restaurant yesterday.
Okay, and imagine the restaurant staff answering here. Let me check with our team. One moment, please.
Sure, no problem. Take your time.
Okay, imagine they come back and say, we actually do have a pair of sunglasses that someone handed in this morning.
Oh wow, that is such good news. Can you describe them to me quickly just to be sure they match?
They are black with small gold details on the sides.
That is definitely them. Rose, they found your sunglasses.
Oh, thank goodness. Honestly, it was such a long shot. I really did not expect that.
See, sometimes things do turn up, even when you have already given up hope.
That felt so real and honestly, so satisfying. I love a happy ending.
Ha, me too. And notice how naturally those phrases fit into a completely different situation. Sunglasses instead of a backpack.
Exactly. That is the beauty of it. The phrases are flexible. They work for almost any lost item.
Right, whether it is a backpack, sunglasses, a phone, keys, or even a passport, the exact same English works.
That is honestly such a relief because it means you do not need a different vocabulary set for every single object.
Exactly. You learn the pattern once, and then you can use it forever.
Okay, before we recap everything, can we talk for a second about how people actually feel when this happens? Because it is not just about words.
Oh, definitely. Let's talk about that.
Because honestly, even native speakers get flustered when they lose something important. It is not just a language learner problem.
Completely true. I have seen native speakers completely forget simple words in the middle of a panic, just because stress affects everyone's brain.
So if you ever feel embarrassed because you froze up in English during a stressful moment, please remember, that is a human reaction, not an English problem.
Exactly. And honestly, the fact that you are here, practicing this now, before the real stressful moment happens, that is already a smart, kind thing you are doing for your future self.
I love that. Practicing calm before the storm.
Exactly. Okay, let's move into our recap.
All right, let's bring it all together. Today, we talked about lost and found English, real conversation.
We started with your very real backpack panic on the train, which honestly set the perfect tone for this whole episode.
Haha, yes. Thank you for reminding everyone that even I am not immune to this.
Then we talked about why this situation feels stressful for learners, and the truth that stress makes any language harder, not just English.
Right. And we talked about the actual system many English-speaking places use, a lost and found office, sometimes called lost property.
We went through a full role play at a train station lost property office, describing an item, giving details, and confirming ownership.
Then we broke down 9 really useful phrases. Lost and found, I could have sworn, turn up, keep an eye out for, hand it in, no luck, it's a long shot, you're a lifesaver, and fingers crossed.
And then we practiced them again in a completely different situation, with sunglasses left at a restaurant.
Exactly. And that is the whole point. These phrases are not stuck to one story. They travel with you into real life.
So now, if you ever lose something while speaking English, you already have the tools to describe it, ask about it, and even comfort a friend who lost something too.
Exactly right. This is one of those episodes where a small amount of vocabulary gives you a whole lot of real confidence.
I love that. Okay, should we move to the question of the day?
Let's do it.
Okay, here is our question of the day, and honestly, I think everyone listening has an answer to this one.
What is something you lost once, and how did you feel in that moment? Tell us in the comments below.
And please, do not feel embarrassed. We already told you. My co-host here once panicked over a backpack that was literally sitting above his own head.
Thank you, Rose, for that reminder. Very kind of you.
Always. But honestly, we would love to hear your story because reading these comments, we see it again and again. So many learners feel less alone once they realize other people have felt exactly the same panic.
Exactly. This comment section becomes this little community of shared stories, and honestly, some of them are so funny.
They really are. So please share yours, whether it was your keys, your phone, your passport at an airport, or even something small like an umbrella.
And while you are typing your comment, try using one of today's phrases. Maybe you can tell us it was a long shot, but it turned up.
I love that, using the lesson right there in the comment.
Exactly. That is real practice, right there, in real time.
Okay, I am so curious to read everyone's stories on this one.
Me too. All right, let's wrap up this episode with a little encouragement.
Yes, let's do it.
So before we go, I just want to say, learning a language is a lot like looking for something you lost.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Thank you. Sometimes it feels stressful. Sometimes you feel like you are checking the same pocket 5 times and finding nothing.
And sometimes you have already given up hope, and then suddenly, a word or a phrase just turns up right when you need it.
Exactly. And every single episode you listen to, every phrase you repeat out loud, that is you quietly building the exact confidence you will need for that real moment.
It really is. And if you're listening to this and you understood most of what we said today, please pause for 1 second and actually recognize that.
Yes, genuinely, that is real progress, and it deserves to be noticed.
So keep going, keep listening, keep saying the phrases out loud, even if it feels a little silly at first.
It never feels silly to us. We think it is wonderful.
Exactly. Okay, do you have our closing line for today?
I do. Here is today's closing thought.
You may lose your keys, you may lose your patience, but you will never lose the progress you are making right now.
Oh, I love that one. That is such a good one.
Ha, thank you. All right, everyone, that is it for today's episode.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. It truly means a lot.
Take care of yourselves, keep practicing, and we will talk again very soon.
Bye for now, everyone.